All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Should you insure your luxury watch? Well, you want to know what I think about it? Hold tight. All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today I'm talking about, should you insure your luxury watch? Well, the reason I'm having this conversation is I recently did a poll on my channel. And I asked people, do you have your luxury watch insured? And I thought it was probably going to be 50-50 down the middle, 50% do, 50% don't. But man, I was surprised that only 26% of the people that replied to the poll have their luxury watch insured. So you're probably saying, well, do you have yours insured? Of course, yes. Once I got my Oyster Perpetual a couple years ago, I went right to my State Farm agent and I said, I want a personal articles policy to cover my Rolex. I didn't have to go in there. I called them on the phone. What did they require? They needed a receipt and the serial number. Now, if you don't have a receipt, they're probably going to want an appraisal. That's going to be the worst case scenario. You got to go get it appraised and pay $125, $150. Luckily, I had my receipt, didn't have to do that. So now I'm covered. I initially asked for $8,300 worth of coverage because that's what I paid for my Oyster Perpetual through the watch box. Just the other day, I got my renewal certificate from State Farm. They've increased the coverage on their own to $9,210 to cover inflation, is what they state on here. So I didn't have to resubmit an appraisal to add more coverage. They did it automatically. So what does this cost me per year? $91, $8 a month. What's covered? Well, this is going to be different at different agencies, and you really need to know what they are saying they're going to cover this watch for. But for the sake of my policy, it's loss or theft. You're probably going to be like, well, doesn't your homeowner's policy cover that? Not in my case. If I walk out of the house and my watch goes with me, my homeowner's policy doesn't. When I had renter's insurance years ago, it didn't go with me either. So yours may be different. Now, if it's stolen out of your home, that's another thing. You're going to have a deductible and it could be covered. You still need to read over your homeowner's policy. But even if you have a homeowner's policy, you're not leaving your watch at home all day. You're out and about traveling with it. I travel extensively. I'm through airports, hotels, all over. And there's always the potential it could get swiped at a TSA checkpoint. Someone could nab it anywhere along that line. So having that added protection matters a lot to me. So essentially $8 a month for $9,210 worth of coverage is very important to me. So if I was you, I would check with your agent, see what's covered, and see if it's the right choice for you. But likely there's a company out there that's going to give you good coverage fairly cheap, that's going to give you peace of mind. Now, does the watch have to be $10,000? No. Even if it's an heirloom piece, if it's a $1,000 or $2,000 watch that was your father's or your grandfather's and it's important to you, it's that replacement value that you probably want to have insured. And look, at $1,000 or $2,000 is not going to be that expensive to have added coverage over. That's just how I am. I spent a lot on the watch. I wanted the added coverage. Theft can happen anywhere. I go to a lot of small towns, but I go to also a lot of big cities. There's always the potential for this thing to get nabbed. So my advice to you is check into a personal articles policy with a good insurance agency. I highly recommend it. Let me know in the comments below. Give me your experience in insurance coverage on watches and jewelry, because we all need to know about this. That's why we're all here. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.